digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly high. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Hi guys, and welcome to the final before the whistle at the end of a successful season, as we are European champions. Yes, we are. We won the Europa League on Wednesday, and today is a game of celebration and happiness and everything to do with Tottenham Hotspur. Joining me normally would be James or Steve. Steve's on his holiday. James is having a day off because he deserves one. But joining me is the most mysterious man on YouTube. Somebody who we don't even know what he looks like. Now, we know he's the Tottenham Stig's son. We know that. But some say he could be Ange Postecoglou behind the mark. And some say this is the man that gave Ange Postecoglou his inspiration for making Spurs great again. All we know, he's called Stig Jr. How are you doing, Boris? How are you, man?
I'm good. Just glad the season's almost over, honestly. Because
I'm not. I'm not.
I just can't go. I'm not. I'm glad it's over because we can then start moving on to bigger and better things going into next season. But I'm disappointed as well. But I've seen the starting 11 now. We're going to have today. Jesus Christ, we are going out with a bang, it seems.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what a day, Boris. What a day it is. Well, let's welcome a few people in chat, and then we will get on with the lineup and the substitutes as well. Big up to Shawnee Maddox. Big up, Shawnee. What's up, Dermot? European champs. Yes, we are European champs. Big up to Tequila as well. Do you want me to fix the title? Yeah, if you can do, man. And whether you got a membership from DJ on the Europa League night stream, and you can gift it. You're a member for the whole month. So you will be getting a lot of members-only content now. So be ready. Load of members-only content. We've got big up to Seeker One. Sup, winner, Coys. Cap off the season with a win today. LFG Army on the march. Yes, we are on the march. And he says, Keeler says, big up to my son, Boris. Nice to see you again, son. You forgot Father's Day gifts. Yeah, now he did says, I accept payment via PayPal. So, yeah. How could you forget Daddy Stig's Father's Day gift, Stig Jr.? I mean, that's unacceptable.
It's in China. We're just waiting to pay the tariffs on it. But once that's done, it
Okay.
should be over.
Okay. Yeah, fine. What did you get him?
That'd be ruining the surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be. Well, guys,
It was a
this.
European trophy, though. We
Oh,
got
the
him the
European
European trophy.
You
I
got him
talked
the
to
Europa
Levy.
League.
Yeah, I talked to Levy and told him Stig Senior needs a European trophy, so that's what it got.
Yeah. Well, big up to everyone. This is the lineup Andrew's picked today. We've got the Vicario and goal, who's captain. We've got Pedro Porro. We've got Danso, Van der Ven. Your doggy is a back four. Bentancur, Gray, Sarr in the midfield. And, of course, my man, Johnson, who I did say was scored the winning goal on Wednesday, and he did. I did tell you Johnson would come good. Nobody believed me. Everyone laughed at me. I know he did come good. We've got Dom Solanke and Mateus William Tell in the front tree. Boris, look, I think it's a strong lineup. I think it's a lineup that can pump Brighton today. We know Brighton are looking for a fight for European places themselves. But is this a team, do you think, that can get the win today for Tottenham?
Yeah, of course. It's the team what I see going out there to try and win, because we could have just, I've just been checking social media and everybody's saying, why don't we play the kids and stuff like that? But if we play the kids, then people complain to Ange that he's going out and playing the kids and we've lost a game and stuff like that. But I see, because if we win this and United and West Ham lose, we can move up to 14th. Today, and that'll give us more money going into the thingy as well, so we won't be finishing 17th, because let's be honest, United won't win against Villa, and I doubt West Ham will win again in their match either. So with how poor they've both been, so I could see us going up to 14th today, especially if we win.
Yeah, I can too. Big up also on substitute bench. We've got Kingsley, Spence, Davis, Basuma, Ololisi, Ayeji, Moore, Odebar, and Richarlison. What did you make of Daniel Levy's pre-match thoughts? Now, I can bring them up if you want. I can bring them up and read them to you guys. So just let me find it.
Oh yeah, it's in the season statement and stuff like that.
Yeah. So let me bring this up. I'll try to get it bigger for you. I will read it. Hopefully, yeah. That would do. Right. Okay. So let me get rid of that, and then let me bring this up. What did you make of it before I bring it up, by the way?
Honestly, it's a good message, and if he can if he actually manages to do redeem himself compared to 2019, I do see us going somewhere and going far, because I feel if Ange's properly backed, Ange adapts like he has done in the Europa League as well.
Yeah,
that's the one thing what matters, though. Not the players.
Yeah.
The player signings matter, but the thing what matters most is Ange adapting to the league.
Yeah.
Is that if Ange can adapt and win games and draw games, because the majority of the time, by let's say Chelsea and Liverpool, we've always lost a game by one goal.
Yeah.
We need to just keep our backline back when it requires it. So, the big matches, let's say, against, the Liverpools, the Arsenals, Chelsea's, Newcastle, Villa, all them, look, we need to keep our all-line back and then push forwards and stuff like that. So, but if Levy does do from what I have a gut feeling, he'll back us and we end up having, 200 to 300 million in this transfer, because we can take 100 million, can't we, from the Champions League, and bring that forward to this season. So I probably feel like Levy will probably give out 150 million regularly, but now we've got Champions League, that's 250. And then there's players what are seeming likely to go, like Basuma and Richie. Those two are. I'd have loved Basuma to be good, but he's just too inconsistent, and Richie's too injury prone.
He has. Well, let me read this out. This is what our forever leader has said. Dear all, we did it. Yay! What an unforgettable night it was in Bilbao as we ended our long wait for glory. This is a huge moment for the whole club on a historic achievement that sees us lift our first European trophy since 1984. This club has been on an incredible journey on and off the pitch since we last won the silverware and the League Cup in 2008. I don't know what an incredible journey means in his eyes, but we have not been on an incredible journey.
I think he means from
So
a business aspect more than anything.
yeah, not from a football point of view.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he's
of
been
course.
heaps of shite.
From if we had to guess, with Levy has been improving transfer budgets over the years. I feel like he's now starting to realise if he at least wants to stay in the club and he wants people back on
Yeah.
his side, he'll need to start backing managers now and stuff like that.
Yeah. Since establishing ourselves one of the biggest in Europe. Yeah, right. Okay. Moving into our new stadium, experienced some incredible moments. We knew a trophy was just the missing piece. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. We've come close to a number of occasions. I never quite got over the line. We wonder why that was, Daniel.
It's not
Yeah.
just Daniel at times. Pochettino was too scared in 2019. He could have played
Yeah.
more, and we could have ended up winning that final.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Big up. That's true. Well done.
I'd say the one we can truly blame on Levy was the 2021 final, sacking Jose 6 days before it.
Exactly.
That one you can 100% blame on him.
And also not buying anyone in the 3 transfer windows where we didn't just buy Jack Hall.
Oh yeah, we bought 3 days and stuff.
But he says, I've never wavered from that belief that success is just around the corner. No, to be fair to him, he hasn't. To be fair to him, he has had that belief. I don't know what belief he's had, but he's had a belief in something. I'd like to thank Ange and the players for making this incredible achievement possible, and thank to all our amazing staff. There's so much hard work that goes behind the scenes. The moment for everyone is to enjoy. Also, like to thank you, the fans, for staying with us and carrying the same belief. I know it's been hard at times, and I have shared that pain and frustration along the way. But when we all come together, we knew we can achieve something special. Your support, whatever that was in Balbo, in our stadium, or in our pubs and homes around the world, was a driving force behind the team. This is one trophy. Our clear ambition as a club has always been long-term sustained success, competing for top honours every year. We now taste success, and we are determined to use this as a springboard for more. Let's enjoy this moment as a club together, finish this season strong with a win today, and go again next year. Most of all, be proud. Come on, you Spurs, Daniel, with a massive explanation mark. Right, I got to bring this up, right? From Tequila. Sorry, Dermot, my BS alarm is going off. I also like this bit, just around the corner, 17 years. Levy must think we live to be 300 years old. Oh Lord. We also got one stop beeping until this page is off the screen. Was off the screen now. Does he mention firing Jose Fires for a cup final? I know. Wayne says, you and me both, Tequila. Levy just likes his deluded. Yeah, I thought I was deluded.
Well, that's the thing, though. We now don't know what will happen. Like, we don't know. Like, if Levy backs the manager and stuff like that, I feel we can jump on, because I'm going to personally give Ange till Christmas.
No, I'm stopping you there. That's a load of bullshit. All this Christmas is bullshit. It's absolute. I'm calling it as BS, because you have to give the manager the whole season. You can't just give him the Christmas. Then you've got the January windows. You got to give him the whole season. If you're keeping him, you're keeping him for the whole season. There's no ifs or buts. If you're going to get rid of him, bring him, and you bring in somebody like a Xavi or somebody like that who plays the same.
We honestly don't know what's going to happen, do we? At the end of the day, yeah.
But I did this thing of giving them only 6 games. This to Christmas. I think, no disrespect to you, Boris, it's a load of bullshit. Because you cannot give him the Christmas. Then what's it then at Christmas? Well, he's doing no good. We'll sack him, and then we bring somebody else in. If you're going to do it, you either do it at the start of the season or the end of next season. I think you can wait 6. I think he's earned the right, if he is to stay for the whole of the next season. That's not going to please everyone. I know that. But I think giving them to Christmas, I don't agree with it. And that's not a dig at you, Boris, but I just do not agree with it one iota. I really think
I'm with Sean on this. If we're in a chance at relegation, because these teams coming up, they won't want to go down easily and without a fight. We can't do what we've done this season. 21 losses is unacceptable. We don't even know today if he'll do what he's done in the Premier League so far. That could end up turning into 22 losses. It'll be our worst season ever. Like, yes, we've done great in Europe. I love that myself. I want more of that. But we need to We can't just have blind faith. Like I agree with you. Like he deserves time and stuff like that, and I hope he'll get back in the summer, which I have a feeling he will. Like, it's just a gut feeling. Because Levy now knows if we want success, we've got to pay the money for success. So we've got to pay for the big transfers, the big wages. We've got to do all this stuff what we need to, and Levy knows this. Paratici will know this, and well, we can't even say Levy anymore because when a new CEO comes in, Levy will be stepping away from the footballing side. It'll be the new CEO, Vin. I'll just call him Vin because I can't remember his full name.
And also, and people seem to forget that Paratici starts the 1st of July as well. So look, on Ange, right? Does Ange look? If Andrew's going right, just say for example he is going, do you think we need to know tonight or tomorrow? Do you think this uncertainty is not doing the club any good? But he is on the contract, so the club really don't have to say anything. Everyone can just go off on the holidays and they come back and it's same as usual. Do the club have to come out and put this speculation to bed, or if they are going to get rid of him, then do it tonight or tomorrow? And then announce the new manager in due course. Do you think what do you think is going to happen?
I honestly can't be for certain because I can tell Levy wants to stick by him and stuff like that, but we don't know if that's what Paratici wants or the new CEO wants, because those two will be the ones communicating with him, with their manager directly. Levy's always been Ange's his favourite Ange and stuff like that, but Paratici's been scouting out other managers his entire time, like the ex-Ajax manager, what literally just left on his own behalf. He's been looking at him. Gabbanini's been looking at other managers. They've been looking at plenty of managers. They've been looking at Xavi, of course, Glasner, Frank, Silva. I'd say the only Premier League manager I'd want is Glasner. Frank Silva, I wouldn't. I'd just stick with Ange at that point. But if we're going for somebody like Xavi, Insigne, Glasner, or the manager what was just what left of his own behalf from Ajax, then I'd go for them. But if we're not going for them, I'd just stick with Ange at that point. But we don't know what will happen, do we? Because Paratici and Gabbanini coming back in, Paratici and his right-hand man being Gabbanini, and the new CEO, we don't know what they'll want and what their aspirations are.
But this narrative really has to stop. Can we not just enjoy we've won a European trophy? Like, we've won a European trophy. Let's enjoy it, because these days do not come often. These days don't come every day. And
100%.
We've got to enjoy it. But does the fans have to be put out of their misery as well a little bit, so we know what we're doing, we know where we're going in the summer? Sorry, my camera's off. I'm just sorting out my watch along background and that, so that's why it's off. But do you feel that this summer has now become so important that we're gonna have to buy big, but that Levy has not been that way before? But can you see him changing his mind?
Honestly, that's the thing. I don't know what we've got to do really, and at the end of the day, we just need to be put out of our misery, in a sense. Like, we need to know if Angie's staying or if he's going and stuff like that by mutual consent. Because if Angie's going, more than likely it'll be by mutual consent from both parties.
Yeah.
It won't be that we fired him. It'll be mutual consent from both parties. He'll get a decent payout, and then he'll be able to go on his way and go up to other clubs around Europe. We just don't know, do we? That's the annoying thing, because of how poor we've been at being in the league. That can't ever happen again. Like, yes, we won the Europa League, but this can only be a one-off thing, really. It can't be more than that.
Well, the James signal has been put out, as Wayne Bonner has saying here. Has anyone seen James? Do we need to put up Mr. Bo? I tell you what, we went on top of the house. I put out the Spurs signal, the channel signal, and here he is, like Batman. He's here. He is here like Batman out of nowhere. Where's Robin? What have you done with Robin?
He's gone for a little lie down.
Oh, bless him. Yeah, James had a family emergency yesterday, guys. That's why he wasn't on. He is well. We're all worried about it, but we're glad to see you, man. The lineup. Have you seen it? What have you think of it?
I've just had a quick nose here. I just thought I'd jump on for a little bit.
Yeah.
I do apologise for missing yesterday's show, guys. Like Dermo said, I had a bit of a family emergency. It was like I couldn't not deal with it. It was unfortunately, I'm very tired, been up all night, but I have just seen the starting lineup. It's a decent starting lineup. I quite like it. I would like to have seen Mikey Moore given a start, to be fair.
Yeah, I would have done.
He's probably too hammered to actually get a start. He's probably that hungover, to be honest.
Yeah, bless him. But yeah, I think it's a good starting lineup. I think we stand a good chance against.
I mean, can I ask you a question, James? This narrative, right? And I've just called it bullshit, right? This narrative, we're all to give Ange to Christmas, and I have called that sort of analogy bullshit. And don't mean to offend anyone, but I think if you're going to back a manager, surely he should get the whole season, unless it turns into an absolute nightmare and we're facing relegation. But surely, if you're going to back Ange, if Ange is here for the next season, he should be given the whole season, shouldn't he? Unless something really goes pear-shaped.
I'm saying if Ange is given next season, if they're keeping him in over the summer and everything like that, they've got to give him at least October, November.
Yeah.
In that way, if it's a continuation of what's happened this year, and we're fighting for his lives in Premier League, it gives then you chance to sack him.
Yeah.
And then trying to get a new manager in for the November time, November, December time, and it gives them a new manager chance to look over the squad for a month before the January window appears, and then you can look at trying to strengthen for the new manager.
No, that's fair.
That's what I would say is I think could end up happening if they don't let him go. If we get a result today and they don't let him go, because I've just got a sneaky feeling that today is pivotal. If we win and we play well, I think he'll be given the summer and everything. Lose and play poorly, and the same narratives that we've listened to for most of the season will return, but I think they will return stronger, as in a way of, okay, you can win in Europe, but you can't win in Premier League, and Premier League is what's going to matter to us.
Yeah, no, I probably no, you do make some sense there, man. James, the Keeler is saying, James, I did say yesterday you were a party with James Madison and the boys. He says, James, that must have been a hell of a 5-day bender. He asked the question, did you wake up with a traffic cone on your head from James Madison?
No, I didn't, but I did leave. Reason why Mad isn't playing today, because he can't scrub the permanent marker off his face that I've written all over him.
And big up to Wayne. He says, gotta say, I'm glad that we finally get to see Danso and Van der Ven at centre back. Can't wait. I mean, guys, I'll start with you, Boris, then go to you, James. Boris, do you think that's a good defensive pairing for the future?
100%, because Danzo's got something Romero doesn't, pace. So he can literally go out and go back, so Mickey doesn't end up actually doing his hamstrings. That's why we needed a right-sided centre-back what has the pace to match Mickey, so Mickey doesn't end up getting injured as often, because he won't have to cover as much ground as quick.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tequila, there. Why does a worthless match today make a difference? About 3 million reasons, roughly. Given if we win and we can, and other results go our way, we could jump up to 14th.
Yeah.
And between 14th and 17th, there's £3 million in payments for league performance. So that's why I would say today makes a bit of a difference. There's £3 million worth of difference.
It does matter, doesn't it? It really does matter today. Look, and somebody put it in the chat. Why are we talking about new managers after Ange has won a European trophy? But should the club come out and say something? I mean,
No.
do they have to come out and say something?
I don't think we'll say anything until this game's over.
Yeah.
They don't have to personally, but I think it put a lot of fans at ease at knowing that we know what's going to happen going into the summer, and if we're going to end up sticking with Ange or we're going for a new manager, so that we know what to expect and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's very much true.
Because transfers can change with every single manager, can't they? So like Ange could have one set of choices, what he wants as his first choices, or Xavi could have another set of choices, what he wants as his first choices. We just need to know, so we've also got that in idea as well.
Yeah. Can I just also want to take this opportunity, guys, to thank everyone this season. I will do it in the watch along or probably find the score, but on Before the Whistle, your enthusiasm for this new show we've brought together has been overwhelming. It really has. I want to thank everyone that gets in the comments, your members, your subscribers. Also, well, James is on because I know he won't be joining us for the watch on because I know why he won't be, and he deserves a rest. And he deserves to chill out. He might pop on to final score if we win, because I know the win might get him enthusiasm. And it will be bow all over again. But I want to thank James Ways here because he's come onto the channel late during the season, as well as you, Boris. You've always stepped in when I've needed help. And I want to thank Tequila as well in the chat, and Colin and Steve and Kevin. I have the best team on YouTube, and I couldn't do this channel without them. Please, could everyone in the chat just give the guys a round of applause, because they put an awful lot of work behind the scenes. Colin does. Tequila does. Tequila checks all my spelling mistakes on the shows, make sure every show's monetized, though I'll probably do my best to demonetize them. But he does work. James does his shit with his news, and he's ringing me up with ideas. This is what we can do, Dermo. We can do this. And Steve's the same. So I want to say big up to everyone and thank you for all your help this season. It's been an absolute pleasure. And look, we've got great summer content coming up, guys. And I can't wait for it. Can't wait for the transfer window. Can't wait for our summer content. And we've got a new Spurs morning show starting as well for when I get back off holiday. So that's going to be interesting. Me getting up for 11 o'clock every morning, doing an hour's morning show. But every night there will be Newsbeat or the transfer news update. This week, me and James have a transfer show where we're going to go over a few players who we think Tottenham should buy. There is a season review show coming up the end of this week as well, where we'll all be on it. Myself, James, Steve, hopefully Tequila will join us, Colin, and we're going to go over the season as a whole, and then we're going to start. But I just want to thank everyone and new subscribers, you guys who subscribe, your members who watch us on X as well. Thank you for your support and your loyalty. It really means a hell of a lot to us all. It means so much to me, and to James. But you guys were there to pick us up when Spurs were shit, when we were struggling to keep going. You kept us going. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to bounce out and get ready for the watch along. So James, can I leave this with you, man, and let you finish off?
Yeah. What time's kickoff? It's
4 o'clock. So we're starting to watch along at 3. Boris, I will see you in there. But guys, I need to go off and get the team on the scoreboard all started. But on that bombshell, come on, you Spurs. I'm going for a 4-0 win today. And come on, you Spurs. And James, sorry for jumping in the jump end, but I just thought good opportunity to get it done. I'm running so late today. You know why I am too. So I'm running so behind. So guys, do get your thoughts in. Big up to David Clark. Just very quickly before I go, Levy's now between rock and a hard place because after Ange winning the Europa League, he will probably not sack him. But the problem is that Paratici does not want Ange. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But listen, and then Tequila goes, yeah, you're already through several S-bombs at 3 p.m. Go Dermo. And then big up to everyone. 11 a.m. Can still taste the toothbrush, bro. Yeah, that will be the opening line. And then I hibernate during the summer transfer window. I might as well sleep because they would send me to sleep. Well, David, you're more than welcome to come in. I love I love the way you speak. But James, I let you finish off before the whistle. Guys, thank you so much. And come on, you Spurs.
Oh dear. Death warmed up and I'm running the show. Cheers, Dermo. Thank you very much, sir. I don't even know what you've been talking about, Boris. I will be completely honest with you.
Honestly, it was just about the reactions towards the end of Wednesday and stuff like that, and the fact is we're going in. It's the final match of the season and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. Brighton are still fighting for European positions.
Yeah, conference league, wouldn't it be, or would it be? Yeah, it would be because if Chelsea, it'd either be conference league or Europa, wouldn't it? Because if Chelsea win the conference league, a Europa League spot will go into the league, and then they'll be the conference league. Especially, unless they don't win today, that'll kick them out, and then that Europa League place will still be dropped down for them because they'll only finish in Europa because it's like 5 or 6 teams, isn't it, what are fighting for champs?
Yeah, so Champions League positions, you've got Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle. Manchester City are technically catchable by like 3 of the 4 clubs. Nottingham Forest could now. Its goal difference would be too extreme, really. So really, yeah, you're looking Manchester City, Newcastle, Chelsea, and Aston Villa. Those 4 are really. I'm Nottingham Forest, but Nottingham Forest are going to struggle to overtake Man City because of Man City's superior goal difference. And then you've got Brighton and possibly Brentford that are fighting for that. What is basically the potential of another European spot with if Chelsea, if Chelsea win the Conference League because of the fall down. So at the moment it's 5 in the Champions League, 1 in the Europa League, 1 in the Conference League from the league. And at the moment it's
Arsenal 100% finishing second due to our goal difference.
Yeah. Arsenal are not dropping out a second. And it is literally all going to be eyes on Man City, Newcastle, Chelsea, Villa, Forest and Brighton and Brentford. Because they're the teams that have actually got something to play for. And all the rest, I mean, you've got Spurs, Man United, West Ham, Wolves. They're all battling for 14th, and
Brentford will definitely want to win today. I doubt West Ham will lose because they're against Ipswich today, so they'll probably end up winning that. United, I'll probably say we go to 15th or something, if anything.
Yeah, I can see us jumping up to 15th, with West Ham going up and West Ham jumping up to 14th, Wolves dropping down and us being able to nab that. Sean Maddox, big up. I do know you asked a question. I thought you asked if it was 3 million per place. I have just done a bit of digging. It's 3 million per place that we go up.
So that could be 12 million in total. We could end up getting if Ipswich still won as well. Which I honestly could see Ipswich actually winning that match. To be honest.
Yes, I could. I mean, they did play well.
And even if Ipswich and West Ham drew, we could still end up going above them as well due to goal difference. Because we've got still a positive goal difference, even though we had like a plus 40 or something like that at the start.
Yeah, it was
and
crazy.
now we're just at 2.
Yeah,
That's just
it
embarrassing.
kind of shows. Yeah, it kind of shows where we've sort of capitulated this year. So I mean, at 14th place, the payment would be 19.7 million, whereas 17th place, if we stayed where we were, is actually 11.3 million. So it's basically a
8 million.
8.5 million swing to go from 17th to 14th. So it's not quite 3 million, but near enough 3 million. So and I'd just like to
2.5 odd million, isn't it? To be honest.
Yeah, and I think it'd be just nice to get up the table. Then we can get away from you finished one space above the drop zone and you still managed to get in Champions League. I'd like to see Man United down there.
Yeah, thing is, I don't. This is the only season I think I'll ever accept being 17th. Because
I could never accept that.
Yeah, we can never accept that lower standard again. That it's just too humiliating, because the fact is, yes, we're in Champions League, but it doesn't make a difference if we're going to end up being like, I'd probably say next season at minimum, I probably want like 8th or 9th if we're especially challenging in Champs and the other cups as well, because I'd be happy with 9th in the cup, to be honest. As long as we can keep improving and stuff like that, and maybe even get to semi-finals of like the Champs and stuff like that.
That'd be an amazing run as well. What do you think to this that Chill Music's put in the comments here, Ben Boris? Big up Chill. He says Tottenham Hotspurs be willing to sign Jack Grealish on loan with an option to buy or permanent deal for around 30 to 35 million.
I'd be happy with it if he could drop the wages. Like, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not 300k a week of a player. But you have to remember how much City pay their players. Because I'm pretty sure isn't Calvin Phillips like on 180 and stuff like that at City? And that's Calvin Phillips.
He's on an astronomical amount of money.
Like, if it was the Calvin Phillips of Leeds, I'd understand that, because he got the nickname the Yorkshire Peeler, didn't he, when he was at Leeds and stuff like that. But he's not. I feel City ruined him and stuff like that. And like Marmoush as well, like he's only just joined the Premier League in January, and he's on 245 grand a week.
Yeah, it's the thing is like clubs like Manchester City is what they tend to do is very much what they've done. Chelsea are doing it as well. They slap them on these stupid wages, and
United as well. You can't forget United as well, because they're the worst for it, to be honest. Like Casemiro, 350k a week. Onana's angry because they bottled Champions League qualification, and he's taken another 25% pay cut.
If Manchester United had won, I believe Casemiro would have got a pay rise as well for qualifying for Champions League.
Onana would have, Casemiro would have, De Ligt, Maguire. I think every single one of their players, bar like the academy kids, so they got on a pay rise.
Yeah.
One player out of United I'd take hands down would be Ahmad. He'd be perfect on that right side.
Instead of Johnson and Kulusevski?
I see Kulusevski more as a 10, to be honest, or an inside forward, because he's not a outside winger. Like we saw what it was like under Conte in his first season as an inside forward. He was dominating the league in his first season, but unfortunately, he just isn't. He hasn't got the speed to be just out that far of width, to be honest. Oh Jesus Christ! I was wrong. I was wrong by 50k. Mamouche is on 295k a week. I thought it was 245.
Yeah, that's what David Clark's saying. And Ireland 525k a week.
Well, he's one of the best striker finishers in the world, though, isn't he? That's probably why. And he's got a 10-year contract, didn't he, as well at City? So that's like 100+ million contract, 100+ million. I'm pretty sure. Contract or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think the minimum fee release in Haaland's contract is somewhere. I think 300. I think it's somewhere in the region of 300 million. I think it's 289, 290.
Yeah, it's not like the Barcelona clauses in like because I remember when was it Messi's what was 1 billion or something like that back when, because they have to have
Yeah.
mandatory ones, don't they? So for their best players they have it that high.
Yeah, they just stick stupid buyouts on them, and then they say, "Oh yeah, he's worth $1 billion." No, he's not worth $1 billion. I mean, prime Messi.
Probably 500 million at most in this.
Yeah. In today's market.
Even back then, he'd probably be worth 200 million in that market back then, because we got Bill was 115 and Neymar was what 120. No, he was 200, wasn't he? Because Neymar was the start of when clauses just went out of control.
Yeah, I agree with. I don't agree with you here, Wayne. Sorry, you'd go for Garnacho. Sorry,
He's on 50k
He'd
a
work
week,
better.
and that's the thing. Romero could keep him in line though as well, couldn't he? If you think about it, because Romero's the vice captain of the Argentinian national team, so he'd be able to keep Garnacho in check.
David Clark says Garnacho is a bit poor. He couldn't hit a cow's bottom with a banjo. I mean, that's a visual right there, David. That is a visual right there. And I don't know about Garnacho. He's shown Garnacho for me has shown flashes of
He's
brilliance.
he's like Richie, would you say? He has purple patches, but then he just disappears and stuff like that. Like Richie, like the ones I definitely see being sold, and from what I've heard and stuff like that, the two what are going to be more than likely sold are Basuma and Richie. Because Basuma's just too inconsistent, but the Europa League's probably raised his price to around 20 to 30 million pounds to be sold on. Richie, Everton are going to be spending money because where they finished now, and the fact is they've got new investors in the new stadium, haven't they?
Yeah.
What was it? The Hill Dickinson Stadium or something they named it as, didn't they?
Something like that. Yeah. I'm not actually 100%.
Yeah, and that'll bring in so much money for them, so they could probably pay what, like 20 million up front, then 10, 15 million in installments. I'll happily take that again. Richie deserves to go back to a club what he'll be good for and stuff like that. He's like, unfortunately, he was a big fish in a small pond, really, wasn't he? So that's why like Calvert-Lewin has been for them as well, a big fish in a small pond, and like Callum Wilson and stuff like that before Newcastle got to the stage where they are now. He was a big fish in a small pond.
Same as I put Solanke in that bracket as well when he was at Bournemouth. Big fish in a small pond, but
he's proven himself in like I think it's 40 odd games in his first system under Ange. He's had like 23 GA across 40 odd games, and it's been in key. He's had people say he's not there in key moments, but yes, I think it's just a system, and he's a bit oopsy at his feet. So the one person I never understand why people say we should go for him is Jonathan David. I just don't see it personally. Because all of
there's been a lot of talk around him.
Yeah, because apparently, from what I've seen and what I've heard, a lot of his goals come from penalties. I just don't, and we never get penalties. That's the thing. We probably had like 2 or 3 penalties this season.
Yeah, if that.
We had one against Frankfurt, and I'm pretty sure one against Bodo or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was Alkmaar, it was AZ, like those 2, and then I think there was like 1 or 2 in the league. That's like 4 penalties. And we've got
4 penalties all season.
We've got all those. It's just he just doesn't get him in play and stuff like that. It's just a big risk, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with Jonathan David, but is it a risk when it's not going to cost you a penny?
But that's the thing, though. No transfer costs you no money, because what more than likely his agent will do, because we're not paying a fee, they'll just say, "Oh, give us 10 million on us signing on bonus," because you're not paying like 20 million or half of that. You're not paying a fee for him, to be honest.
Yeah. So I can for me it would make financial sense is if you can get him on free, get him on decent wages, not ridiculously low, because you'll never sign him on ridiculous low. But if you could get him on sort of like 50, 60, 75,000 a week, with a reasonable sign-on fee, like I say, round about the 10 million mark. Get him on a 4-year contract. See if you can fit him in. See what he does. Give him a couple of years. And if he doesn't develop, you still can sell him on with 2 years left on his contract for maybe 20, 30 million.
Maybe
And
more
you,
depending on Saudi as well, because
yeah. So I can see Daniel Levy going for it because of the business sense of.
It's not even Daniel Levy's decisions now, is it? Though,
Well,
June and
Paratici.
July, it's Paratici and the new CEO because Levy's taking a step back from that, isn't he? So it'll be the new CEO what will be the main one who will be dealing with that.
Yeah, Vinay.
Yeah,
Vinay Vanderson or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the ex-Arsenal CEO.
Yeah, it concerns me, but he's ex-Arsenal. But I said when we hired him, it concerned me. But we'll see how he gets on. If he does good for club, he does good for club, and I can forgive him his little peccadillo of working for Arsenal. I mean, he's obviously seen the light and come over to the better side of North London anyway. But
exactly.
But yeah, so there's about 10 minutes left of before the whistle. Boris, are you joining Dermo on the watch along?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, cool. That's good. I'm probably gonna collapse in a heap in about the next hour or something. I'm gonna try and stay awake and watch the game, and
just depends on how
everything.
the match goes, doesn't it? If we're winning, you'll probably try your hardest, but if we're losing, you might as well just go to sleep for a bit.
Yeah, it'll be like I can just close my eyes. This is not what I need. So I'd just like to thank everyone for coming on to Before the Whistle and everything. It's been nice to be back and just have a bit of a chilled out one with today. Like I say, it was a chaotic night last night. 6 o'clock, my life just got turned upside down. But yeah, it's going to be a good match. Hopefully, I wish the boys good luck. Good luck on the watch along, Boris. I hope you enjoy it.
Yep.
And yeah, so any other thoughts or?
Not that I can think of. So I'll get disappearing now to head over there. But I'll see all you guys across there. So
yeah, please everybody. Join Dermo and Boris on the watch along. I may appear full time on the full time score, but it depends how tired I am. But thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, hit your likes, hit your subscribes. Please help support us further as we race to get to 3K. It would be grand. And thank you very much for joining us. And we will see you on the watch along.